Mission.
Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for all of your support on GunGuyTV and for the podcast and the other things that you do. I really do appreciate it. Check us out on Patreon. We've got some extra content there that is exclusive to Patreon. You can't find it anywhere else. You might also check out these different locations where we post videos just in case something happens to us on YouTube. You never know, and that way you'll know what's happening to us. We actually post every video on these other locations, so you can always find us there if YouTube goes away for some reason. Please check out also the GunGuyTV Firearms podcast. It's growing like crazy. We just hit 11,000 downloads, which is awesome, and increasing every month. So I'm very excited about that. That you can find on your favorite podcast player. And then I always post a video version here on YouTube and on the other places where we post things, so that in case you want to see it there or listen to it there, you certainly can do that. All right, what I want to talk with you about today is a little optic right here. Just so that you know, I do tend to irritate, well, maybe not irritate, but I'm sure I frustrate folks who send me things to review quite frequently, because I keep them forever before I produce the review. And the reason why I do that is because I want to make sure it's an actual review and not just a commercial. So the things that people send to me, I generally have for months before I do a review on them. This thing, this little optic, I think I've had for, boy, since July, I think. And it's now November, the tail end of November. So I've had it for a number of months. I've put it on several different rifles. I know I put it on the PC Carbine, the Ruger PC Carbine 9mm, and I ran it on that for quite a while. And then I put it on a 5.56 that I had it on for quite a while for an AR. I took it, it's on the 300 Blackout now, so I've run it on the 300 Blackout. And I put it on something else, I don't remember what. We took it out to the Adair Range in Yuma and rang it out there. Spent quite a bit of time with it there, and then I actually set the rifle down in the sun. I think it was 110 degrees, 112 degrees out, something like that. So I set the rifle in the sun for a while, and immediately regretted it when I went to pick the rifle up. So the rifle got really, really hot because it was sitting in the blazing sun. But I wanted to see if the optic would handle the heat, and when I picked it up, it was running. It was in good shape. So we don't live in an area where I can take it and expose it to snow or extreme cold, but I thought, you know, it's summertime, it's July, August, whenever it was, something like that. I was out there, it was hot. I figured I'm going to expose it to the heat and see how well it does. It's a very inexpensive little optic, and you know, there's not a lot to it, to be honest with you. It's just on, off, and 11 different brightness settings, which is kind of nice. I think it's a 2 MOA dot. I believe the optic is made in Korea, if I remember right, and they've done a fabulous job with it. I've really enjoyed it. The dot is crisp and clear and easy to see. The glass is very good quality. In general, it's a really good little optic for a fantastic price. So I've been very impressed with it, and like I said, I've been running it for months. Now I'm going to leave it on my 300 Blackout because it seems to really fit this rifle really well. Now this is an upper that's actually I use on this trial rifle, because once in a while people send me 300 Blackout ammo to test and so on. So this rifle is actually California compliant, is what they call it. It's a California compliant lower. It's not a featureless, because it has the offending features, but the magazine is fixed to the lower and cannot be removed. So this lower is never going to get used for anything else. It can only get used for this. I used it as a test rifle in the state of California. So this one has a fixed magazine that no matter how many times I press the release, it won't come out. And that allows me to test things like, you know, muzzle brakes and flash hiders and stuff that maybe California doesn't like, because the rifle itself has a fixed magazine. So that's what I use this upper for too, in case people are sending me 300 Blackout stuff. Well, I'm going to leave that optic on it unless somebody sends me something else to shoot. What I really do enjoy about it is the way it's designed. It gives me a really nice lower 1/3 co-witness for the irons. So that's really nice. The other thing is that I've noticed on a few of the similarly designed red dots is when you turn the knob is mushy. And this one's not. And if you watch my channel at all, you know I don't like mushy adjustments. I like really crisp ones. The other thing is that it's really tight. So when it's on an adjustment, I know it's not coming off that adjustment. It's not going to get knocked off or touched or, you know, taken off of the little adjustment I've got it on. It's going to stay there. And that's kind of important, because you got a 10,000 hour battery life is what they claim on this thing on a low setting. So if I put it on 1 or 2, I know it's going to be there, you know, all year. and I leave it that way. And if I were to have this as my home defense gun, for example, I know when I picked up the optic, it's going to be running because it's got a long, long, long battery life. And I don't have to worry about it. I just leave it on. That's kind of nice because you don't want to have to be thinking about your optic in the middle of the night when you're hearing bumps in the night. So I found that to be very positive as well. In general, I really like it. It's been a great little optic. Let me give you some particulars here off the box because I don't remember all of this. I think I mentioned that it's a 2 MOA dot. It's a red dot. There's no color options, but honestly, red works really well for me, so don't worry about it. Like I said, I think it's got 11 brightness settings. 10,000 hour battery life is what they claim. I have not tested that, but I have left it on a lot and then picked it up and it's run just fine. And it's got the battery I put in it in July, and it's accidentally been left on several times. I have a tendency to turn them off when I'm done with them. This one I haven't. I've just left it go, and it's working just great. It's a 30 millimeter tube. It's fairly small, honestly, for this type of a red dot, and it's very, very light. It doesn't seem to add much weight to the rifle. It's waterproof. Fog resistant. I did have it out in the rain, by the way. So I did have it out in the rain. I've had it in the rain and the heat. I have not had it in the snow, and it's given me no problem. It's been a great little red dot sight. So I'm very impressed. It's imported, like I said, I think from Korea by Mounting Solutions Plus. I'll put a link in the description. I would suggest taking a look at it if you're looking at this type of a little red dot for maybe a home defense gun or something that you're going to be using at reasonably close proximity, 50 yards, 100 yards, something like that for a defensive rifle. Perfect for that. Even a patrol rifle, honestly, would be perfect for that too. So I've been very impressed with it. They also sent me some outstanding 40-round magazines that I'm reviewing. Unfortunately, I can't have them in California, so they're out at my Yuma location. I'll be out there. I just worked with them a little bit the other day, and I'm going to play with those and ring those out over the next couple of months, and then I'll give you a review on those too. So there you go. There's the S.P.O.T scope, S.P.O.T, S.P.O.T scope compact red dot sight from Mounting Solutions Plus. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, I can't put it in the description. I'll have to put it in the first comment pinned to the top, and you can find it there. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving. And wherever you go, whatever you do, please be safe.